Good afternoon, everybody. Here I am again. It's Mark here, the Graveyard Rambler. We are here today in HolyCross, and this is the Church of Ireland chapel or church that's situated in the centre of HolyCross. I'll just take you around now, just scan a bit for you. There you can see the graveyard. And the church itself. The church was built in 1821 and finished in 1825. And most Irish churches have been, most of them actually, and a lot of them have been built on previous foundations using the stones of previous churches that were there going back hundreds of years. So it seems to be the in thing that they were doing that in the old days, building up on the old churches and using some of the material that was left over, and the stones especially. Now, as we enter in here, I'll just have a look here. This is the gate that I've just come through. And here we've got inscribed here, these schools built 1825 to educate youth is to civilize man. How profound. Anyway, we'll go across here. And look, there's some graves over here. There's a huge tree here. I think it's oak, or it could be chestnut. I'm not too sure. But very old tree, and it goes way up. As you can see, as you enter, right next to the entrance gate, which is quite something. We'll just take a stroll through here now. One of the graves that I did see here, let me just see where it is. There's a military grave. Here it is here. As you can see, Private P. Hayes, Irish Guards, 27th of May 1917, aged 21. And there's the crest of the Irish Guards. And unusual to find it here, but it's the only one I could find in this cemetery. Anyway, thank you for your service, sir. I salute you. So that's quite a while back, the First World War, 1917. We'll take a stroll up here, see what gives us this side of the... Must be graves here, but their stones are long gone. We'll go up here and I'll see if there's any older ones here. But as you can see, there's a lot of Celtic crosses, which is very common in Ireland, these crosses. And they seem to stand well, because I don't see many of these toppled over. The actual Celtic crosses, they're pretty sturdy in the ground. But the flat stones seem to fall over and lose their shape or their inscriptions very, quicker than the norm. There's a church there. It's a simplistic church. It's not that large. It's almost chapel size, let's say. And it's got 3 lovely clocks on the tower, which face in 3 directions. And what's special about these clocks is that they have a shoulder on them, and the same with the windows and the arch doors. They've all got shoulders. You learn as you go, you know. Wooden doors, pretty common. And we're walking up here, and the other day I was saying a lot of these graves, well, 90% of them have the inscriptions facing in the one direction, which is norm for most cemeteries. But in the churches I find that the headstones actually face the sacristy in the church, you know, where the altar is, in that direction. So most of these tombstones have got the inscriptions facing north. We'll have a look now. I found the oldest gravestone here. Well, one of them. This is just an epitaph for John Gleeson, and it says here, both friend and foe, as you pass by now, as you pass by, as you are now, so was I, as I am now. So will you be, I'm not sure what that says. Will you be, oh, remember eternity. Yeah. Very interesting. Most of these graves, I could rub off and find the dates, but I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that will help in any way. So I've just got what I have here. And going along here, you can see some of these graves actually go before the church was built, or the old church that was here. So it was an older graveyard here, that's for sure. We'll just have a look around. There we go. We'll go all the way around here. This is a chestnut tree, very large as well. Behind the graves here, sorry, I nearly tripped there. But there you can go, you can see all the graves along here. I saw an interesting one here the other day. Where was it? Very peaceful here, very quiet. Lots of bees about. But we have a break from the rain, so pretty happy with that. Yeah, here's the oldest one I found here that's got the writing on it. Here lies the body of W. Winfred Long, alias Gleeson, who died November the, I can't read that, I think the 7th, 1788, aged 48 years. May he rest in peace. And here's another one in 1817. That's pretty old. Here lies the body of Richard Long, so all the Longs are buried along this, excuse the pun, along this line, the whole family. This is an interesting one too. Erected to the memory of Richard Long of the Grove. He died November the 4th, 1822. So that's when this new church was just being built. Age 42 years. He was a kind parent, a tender husband, and a warm friend. And then down here I found, this is what I wanted to say. Woe to thee that caused me to depart. But wife, we will meet where death cannot us part. Mother dear, hold on. Mother dear, Mother dear, and little children, to forevermore, to ye I bid adieu. Very nice. So we'll go around. There's a very old part of the graveyard here that needs a lot of upkeep, but I think that's from prior, I'd say that's prior 1800. It's down here amongst the rushes and that. As you can see, there's a tomb over there, and there's a couple of stones out there. Beautiful view, isn't it? And we'll just walk around the church, around the back and down to the front. Nice little graveyard, tucked away, very quiet, very, very simple. Yeah. There we go. Church itself is built out of limestone. Very solid. And there we're heading back to my car. My wheels. On the way out. These are later burials, obviously. And that's it for now, folks. I'll be doing a lot more research and everything into these parishes and churches and graveyards once I get all the info. But for now, just bear with me. I'm just started, and I'll get this off the ground in a nice way for everybody. And for myself, obviously, because it gives me something to do that I enjoy. Okay. See you later. Have a nice week. Goodbye all.